this is the first video I showed chipping in the trailer with the sides on it. There were 2 or 3 people when I first built the sides said that chips would still be flying out of it with having the space in between the 2 top panels and everything. And you can see right here there is nothing flying out of that trailer whatsoever. It does a fantastic job. This is the 362 I'm running with a 20-inch bar. I've run the whole video so far. I sliced this off because I know my belts need to be retention on the chipper, and I want to give it every advantage that it can get to get started there, because this is on Friday, and this was just before I did the belt tension in the live video. In a little bit you'll hear the belts. I send a really big piece in there and I actually get off the machine and walk over there to it, and you'll hear the belts kind of start to squeak a little bit as it gets toward the big part of the tree. So if you notice right there, that's the first time I have moved that mini excavator since I started. That thing's got about a 20-foot reach on it. And you can see this turf here. This is actually at our Columbus City School District central office. This is their main office. And so I didn't want to hurt the turf at all. And that's the beauty of the mini and the grapple, is being able to just sit in one spot, not have to move. And I stayed straight, never turned or anything like that when I came off the concrete right there. And zero handwork, no handwork whatsoever. Even all these leaves here in a minute, you watch how I work these leaves up and get them up too. Just it works good. Of course, it's you know, everybody can't do this, and I understand that. I mean, you got a mini excavator, it's $65,000 or so, something like that. I get asked about the price of this stuff all the time. So mini excavator is about 65 grand. The Rotobeck grapples, roughly 15,000 for the Rotobeck, and then the chipper is 60. I paid 60,000, like $100 for that chipper. And then the dump trailer, you're looking, it was 24,000, and I've got about another 22, maybe we'll say 20. No, let's say, hang on, 20. Well, let's say 3,000. So 23.8, and then another 3 grand on top of that. So you're looking over 26 in that dump trailer right there. But the thing about it is look what I can do by myself, how efficient that I can be. Now these two gums that are left standing, they're going to come down. They're going to come down later. That one fork of that gum, you may be able to see it in a minute. It's actually overhanging that 3-phase power line. We're going to get it with the crane later, but these other two, I just went in there and got all this cleaned up on this day right here and got it fixed up. But I was probably on this job. It took me about an hour to come from start to finish on this to get it completely done. So very, very quick, very, very efficient, and you know it's an investment there to start out with. But man, when you roll jobs out like this right here, goodness gracious, and you knocking out several of them a week like this, man, it pays off so fast. It's unbelievable. So if you're still watching this video, this piece I'm cutting right here is going to be my rake in a minute. And if you wonder what I'm talking about, just hang tight and you'll see what I'm gonna do. You can see those two that are going to be coming down later. I'm going to use Kyle to get this this right forward. That's what I'm doing. I'm kind of studying it because they're not growed together, but the one on the right is all in that tree on the left, and it's overhanging that road and that three-phase power line across the road. And I'm going to get him to come in there, and we're going to lift that top out real quick, and then we're going to head to another job. Then I'll come back in the next day or so and get the rest of those two trees down. this is the one right here that at the end of it, you'll hear the belts. I get over there real close to the chipper, so hold tight. So at this point in the job, it's pretty much over except these leaves here. And I just use this piece to rake. You can get these things started up in a pile like this, and you can come back with the blade and you can catch that whole pile, and it basically works just like a giant broom, a branch manager, or a landscape rake. I did look at some stuff while I was up there at the TCI Expo, things along these lines like this right here, like the branch manager, and some different stuff as far as cleanup goes. But you can do it. See, I'm turning around now and I'm gonna catch this with the blade, and you can just catch you can just stay right above the grass line, and once you get it kind of started, it's amazing what you can do with the blade without ever getting down in the grass, what have you. So this job here is about it's about 8 miles from my house, and that's the thing. A lot of people ask me how I get the stuff there. Well, just like right here, I brought the chipper first and dropped it off, run it up there, and then I went back, grabbed the dump trailer and dropped it off, and then came back with the machine. Now, what I am going to do is here in the near future, I've actually got a hitch on the back of my gooseneck when I used to have cows, and I'd pull my hay rake behind it, and we're going to do some retrofitting on the back of it and put a receiver on the back of the gooseneck to where I can hook to the chipper and pull the chipper and everything, so that'll knock one trip out. Now, I was by myself on this one. Had I had Chris, it would have just been in he would have been in my silver truck and been pulling the dump trailer, and I would have took the chipper up there ahead of time and dropped it off. Now, right here, I'll go ahead and take a wad of these leaves and set them in the chipper, but and then push them in with a stick. Here in a minute, you'll see it. But kind of the best thing to do with these leaves is once you get them piled up, I can take the grapple in, move the chipper out of the way, and just set the leaves just like how I'm grabbing right now, and I can take it and set the grapple, turn the grapple not like I'm grabbing right now, but where it's straight up, and just grab, and you can pick every one of them up off the ground. And see, I'm using that tree for a push pole. I don't like to push from the front because it's a little bit harder to do, so I grab a smaller piece and come in from the side over here and use it for a push pole. You'll see here in just a second they take off in there. So I hope you enjoy watching this video, watching how I do this stuff and everything. And if you ever want to hang out with me on a job like this, man, hit me up, and we'll line it up where you can come out and hang out with me and all. So see y'all.